I ultimately chose Torys because I like the people, and I could imagine eventually being lawyers like them.
And I just remember meeting Deb, coming in for a meeting and just being so impressed with the recruitment staff and just feeling like I was meeting somebody, at a cocktail party and having a chat with them. And it continued with that. The most senior partners that I met were so welcoming, and they wanted to know what kind of sports you played, and they wanted to know what you did on the weekend, and they weren't as concerned with what you had done last summer for work. And it made me feel like they were really fitting me into the firm before I even had the decision to make, before I'd even had the offer. So by the time that decision came around, it was already so clear in my mind that I wanted to be here.
The most important thing for me about the culture at Torys is the collegiality, the friendliness, the politeness, the fact that everybody is very respectful of everybody else and everybody values everybody else. That to me is extremely important.
I think the working culture at Torys is best summed up by professionalism, high-level work, high-quality work, and mutual respect. I really feel that when you're brought onto a project with lawyers, that they take the time not just to tell you what it is you're doing, but they try to give you the bigger picture, and they try to help you learn and grow. They don't treat you as someone who's there merely to do their bidding and whatnot. Here at Torys, you were treated with absolute respect as an articling student.
I found the culture here very warm, very accepting. Lawyers always have their doors open to you, and they're happy to chat with you about anything, whether it's work-related or even career development-wise. I found that very helpful. And I think lawyers also try to make sure that you have as much information as you can to do whatever task that's assigned to you, and they're happy to answer your follow-up questions no matter how many you have, which for me was many. As for the mentoring program, I've been very fortunate. I've had a fantastic mentor who is a great person. We get along very well just on a sort of personal level, but he's always looking out for my best interests, always makes sure that I have work, and that if I have work, I'm getting the kind of work that I want. And I know he's been instrumental in sort of shaping my articling experience.
The mentoring process at Torys I thought was really fabulous. When you arrive as a summer student, you're given one mentor, and when you arrive as an articling student, you're given both a senior and junior mentor. And this is the person that you can go to get advice on everything from how to draft this email to how I should approach any given timing conflict or work problem. And they're the person that helps guide you through your articles, helps ensure that you're getting the work that you're interested in, and helps really establish your first step of your legal practice, the cornerstone. Without my mentors, I think that my experience would be half of what it was.
Work primarily comes through our workload coordinators. So we have 4 workload coordinators who meet with us every 2 weeks to sit down and figure out who's working on what and how busy students are compared to each other. And lawyers will then contact the workload coordinators to give out work.
There are 2 main things that I like about the program. The first is that it's very entrepreneurial. It allows you to express and go after work that particularly interests you, and that's wonderful. The second thing that I quite like about it is that it allows you to develop a real fluency with files, because you can work on them for the entire period of your articles. That's been the case for me with a couple of files. And one of the implications of that is you get a better sense of the file as a whole, you learn more, and you're entrusted with more and more challenging work because you have a grasp of it.
All of my expectations were definitely met by the whole term in terms of having people who help you figure out what kind of work you want to do and who help you point out skills that you have that would make you more suited to particular kinds of work. And just having a lot of people to lean on. I think I've been able to really build relationships. So going forward in my career at Torys, but also just going forward in my life, I'm going to have a great network of people. And I think that's what this year is all about, sort of making decisions, but also building support network and contacts for your overall career. So it's met my expectations.